Who wants pink eye? It's not even something that happened. It's just something that we made up in our own fucked up mind.
Now,
you understand what I'm saying?
See, like, I could imagine people already creating the narrative around, like, yo, it's probably because he eats ass, right?
No.
He's a fucking
Okay,
ass
but
eater.
it's not. It doesn't
But
eat ass, but it does have to. It does involve ass. Okay, so listen. No one's ever taken a pink eye shot. This is just us in our fucked up mind because the guy, whatever. So when you're in a strip club.
Yeah.
And they have the girls with the shot glasses, the little vials. They put them in their breasts.
Yeah.
And they, whatever. So
body shots.
Red bodies. My guy, he likes girls with big asses. He's an ass guy. So we're like, yo, Sal, you want to get a pink eye shot? We'll make the girl put the thing in her ass, and then you take the shot. You're bound to get pink eye off of it. You understand what I'm saying? So.
You're bound to get
the pink eye shot is.
Mind you, no one's ever done it.
Yes.
No one's ever done it. Like, we've never done it. No one's ever done it. It was just us in our own fucked up mind in the strip club. Like, yeah, the bitches come around, they put it in their breast, they do all of that. So why wouldn't same idea. And it's just a running joke. So we'll be going somewhere. It doesn't matter where we are. We could be at dinner at the fucking keg. Sal, you want a pink eye shot? Right? It doesn't matter where we are, bro. But no one's ever, let me clarify this. No one's ever taken a pink eye shot, right? So
that's funny.
it's just an inside joke amongst friends. Like, that's how our humor is it's just weird, bro.
I thought you were going to go with, like, yo, one friend was saying he could never get pink eye because he got a pink eye shot when he was younger.
No. Oh, like a booster? No, nothing like
Pink eye
that.
vaccine?
But yeah, so this is
specific Parkdale slang that you find only is spoken in Parkdale.
Oh, of course. We have our own dialect. Parkdale has its own dialect. It's just certain words like we'll twist our own meanings or we'll use them, but we have our own meanings for them. And it's like some of them are there's no reason or rhyme. We just use it. Yeah. Right? Like, I have some of my friends that look at me, I'll be like, I've got one, like I said, you said you're Rangadanga. One day, we were somewhere, and one of my friends called me Lippy. I'm like, yo, don't call me Lippy, man. Now? Yo, don't call me Lippy, bro. Yo, it's like a fucking line that when I'm my brothers will just drop it on me. Like, yo, don't call me Lippy. Right?
He's getting angry.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's just like, yo, it's like, my one friend is notorious for his trend. He'll be like, yo, don't call me Lippy. Hey, Lips, huh? You don't Lippy, huh? Like, yo, bro, leave me. Like, fuck. And it was just off of one saying, like, yo, it was a one-time throwaway line. Yeah. There's so much shit.
I love those, man. I love those. Because, like, those are the things that are attached to specific memories, and you can just say the one word.
Right.
Say the one line, and it's just like a whole era will just go through your brain in that split second. Just off that one word.
We were talking about like nicknames, like
Right.
depending, like so. If someone were to come up to you and say, "Hey, Herx," maybe they're from this part of your life.
Yeah, so
like,
yeah, when it comes to that, that's definitely a Southside Jane thing. You know what I'm saying? Like when I used to live down by Staff. You know what I'm saying? But like I've been in Parkdale now, almost 30 plus years.
Parkdale, man, jeez.
So I love. Shout out to Parkdale. That's where Norm and I reside.
Like I was like grade 8. I was going into grade 8 when I moved to Parkdale. You know what I'm saying? Holy Family.
Holy Family.
You know what I'm saying?
Dropped a couple buckets in those hoops.
I feel like
Holy
that's...
Family Gym, quick segue, like quick thing. Holy Family Gym had the highest rim in Parkdale. So if you could dunk on Holy Family rim, you dunk on any rim in Parkdale.
Wow.
If you could dunk on the stage rim at Holy Family, any other rim in like Parkdale was easy.
I remember the first time I dunked on it.
There you go. There you go.
That's
there
like
you
the
go.
rim in
Right by the
Flemington.
stage. The fold down stage rim, because remember, they used to fold them up for
Yeah.
presentations whenever, because the stage is right there. So they'll fold up the basketball rim. Old school style. They'll fold it up to the ceiling. So you not supposed to see it. But yeah, sometimes it's like hanging like this during the presentation. You still see the hoop. But yeah, the Holy Family Gym, they have like, it's like almost 11 feet, I would say. That one, like, the way it's set, yeah. It's the highest. It was one of the highest rims in Parkdale. For us, when I was like growing up 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, like that, like when we used to run the centers, and we're in the center, Missouri, Holy Family, Missouri, Holy
Shout out
Family,
Missouri.
Queen Vic,
That's right,
Holy
get my shots
Family.
in.
So you were in Parkdale when, like, because you know how it's Parkdale has went through so many different immigration.
Oh, yes.
runs. Like,
Oh,
what
yes.
would you call it? Like cycles or runs, or just like different rounds of different immigrants
Yeah,
from
yeah,
different
yeah,
countries
yeah,
who
yeah,
comes
yeah.
through. Started off with the Polish back in the days.
Oh yes, for sure.
You know, all the way down to like
Polish, Sri Lankans, Spanish,
Lankans,
Tibetans, Filipinos. No disrespect.
No, but I'm
know
saying
what I mean?
like
But
I
Filipinos
remember
been
a
around,
time.
like-
I remember for a time, Parkdale. Like I had so many Filipino relatives, cousins. Like I would go to this Filipino camp in Missouri, or sorry, Cowan. Or that's
Missouri, Cowan.
Missouri,
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 same
Cowan.
thing.
Shout out Missouri.
Kababayan Youth Camp back when I was younger.
Was that with Sensei Rudy?
Sensei Rudy was there?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
and R.I.P. Rudy.
So like, yeah, man, there used to be Filipinos there at one point. Now it's Tibetans.
Oh yeah.
You know what
There's
I'm
a funny
saying?
story about that. So we have a friend. He had a friend. He passed. I'm pretty sure he passed. Back in '94, he was telling us. His name was Rinchin. The man would say, "Yo, Tibetans are coming, eh?" Like the man, the way he would say it is like it was almost like folklore. Like, yeah, right. What are you talking about, bro? He's like, "Yo, trust me, the Tibetans are coming, eh?"
Yeah, yeah.
And he's a Tibetan himself.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, whatever. But the way he's like, yo, and he had like a book. He's like, yo, these are all my family members in the States and this and that. Trust me, they're coming. And this was 94. You understand? He was telling us way ahead of time. We went through a couple of different immigration cycles, I guess you could call it. And then it was like, holy fuck, Tibetan. Yeah, so now there's little Tibetan Parkdale. Just enough said.
Like
Momos.
no one knows what, like I know
Pan
what
black,
a momo
pan
is,
black.
like nothing. You know what I'm saying? But everywhere else, people like, what's a momo? I'm like, I can't get away from momos on my daily walks. You know what I'm saying?
Almost every block, a momo shop.
And
Jason's
they're all
coffee
busting.
shop.
They're all killing.
Jason's coffee shop went to now it's a Momo house.
Yeah.
And that used to be like one of the oldest Parkdale trap spots. Like
Vietnamese coffee.
yeah, like one of the oldest trap spots. Like remember arcades? Like when you could still go certain stores had certain arcade machines. You know, like Jason's coffee shop was one of the first stores in Parkdale to get Street Fighter versus Capcom. You understand what I'm saying?
Put the quarters on the top. Yo, I got next.
Right, exactly. You stack up your quarter like, yo, I got next. Son.
next.
Yo, you see my quarters up there, right?
Quarters are up there.
All right.
Oh, you don't see them here? Let me put them on top of the fucking screen.
Yo,
See it on the
somebody
screen,
ignorant
dog?
with it, bro. They put it right there, like, yo, right across the screen so you see it. Yeah, I'm
Slap
next.
it on the thing and bang!
Like a domino.
Like a domino.
Slapping your quarter like
So,
a
yeah.
domino is an
So
amazing fucking
even that
scene.
that side of Parkdale, like from Jameson to Ronsonsville, a lot of turnover of stores and ethnic groups from I lived in Parkdale.
Yeah.
Like Lansdowne East to Dufferin is usually the same mix of like people. So right at Lansdowne was like the unofficial border of Parkdale where it's like you go west towards Ronsonsville, you're getting all these different food stores. Not like how you say it's a Momo hut. Before it was like Sri Lankans or it was
Yeah.
Hispanics or it was like the Vietnamese. But now, straight Tibetan. Everything, boom, boom, boom.
you notice
boom,
how,
boom,
like-
boom. And there's nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it.
But with that being said, you can kind of see the history of Parkdale's immigration batches
Mm-hmm.
based off like the few restaurants that are like still there.
Still around. Yeah,
There'll
exactly.
be like a Ali's Roti.
Yep.
Right.
Staples,
the one
exactly.
roti spot left
Shout
when
out
there
Ali's
used to be 6 roti spots all along.
Yeah.
In the same like you had Mama Roti's, which is by the way down the street from here.
Roti
or
Lady.
Roti Lady. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bacchus Roti.
Yeah, you had Bacchus Roti
Okay.
right down the street from where you used. Where,
You know what I'm
like, yeah,
saying?
right down the street in Parkdale.
Which is now a different roti spot or my roti place or whatever
Yeah.
that's called. There's multiple. There was even by us on King and Dufferin was Island
Island foods. Yeah, we used to
Foods.
call that yellow food.
Yellow Foods.
Yellow food. The man them used to call it yellow food.
Because the freaking the runny curry.
Everything was yellow. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, you put it on a plate.
Everything is yellow.
Everything
Even
was
the
The
yellow.
greens-
vegetables, the carrots and cabbage,
Bro, they're
medley, yellow. It's like a yellow curry. Their chicken, yellow. Their shrimps,
Their
yellow.
spinach was yellow,
Their
bro.
spinach, yellow. Their doubles, yellow. The
Everything
doubles,
yellow.
the doubles shell, yellow.
yellow.
Everything was yellow in there.
Hot
Like,
sauce.
yellow.
Like, you don't
Yo,
use red
like
Scotch
that
bonnet?
was their
No, only
color.
yellow
Like,
pepper.
and I don't even know if it was they were doing it unintentionally. Like it just happened. Like that was everything just turned out yellow. It's the
I
same
think
curry.
because the lighting and the decor was all yellow and like
Their logo was yellow.
Their logo was yellow. Everything
There's a newer
came
island
off that
food
way.
now on Don Mills.
It's probably
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
family.
it's
It's,
the same
probably the
one.
same
It's
people.
them.
Is
I
it?
think
Is,
they're
same.
Guyanese.
is,
They are.
are they
Guyanese.
twins?
Guyanese.
Is it two twins? Because
No,
the
they're
girls
the
that used to
same
run them are
family.
twins. It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
the same family. It's probably one of the daughters. It's probably
No,
one
because
of the
they
daughters.
franchised. They had one there. They
Yeah,
had the
it's
Don
probably
Mills
because
one.
they closed the one in Parkdale.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And then
But
because
yeah.
they moved it to
The
fucking
Don Mills one is popping.
C&E.
It's always busy.
Listen, I'm not taking away from their food.
Yeah, yeah.
The
No, I
food
know,
was
I know.
good. It's just
Loved it.
everything
Yeah, it
was
is.
yellow.
No, it is. Even right now, it's all
Everything
yellow
was
still.
yellow.
Yeah.
I'm being
Right
honest. Like, yo, the food is good. Like, don't get me wrong. It's good. The service, they're cool people. It's just everything was
Yeah, yeah,
yellow.
I know.
I remember
Right
one
now,
day I
right
had an
now.
experience there with the daughter, one of the twins, you know, that like I've seen them grow. Like, fuck, they've seen me grow. I've seen them grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I remember one day there's the one sister. It's like, yo, she can fold the rotis in her sleep. She probably she probably wakes up like, fuck. She's folding rotis while she's sleeping. You understand that? Like that's how much she's folding rotis. That's how good she's at it. So I remember one day.
That's the Guyanese
Usually-
Macarena. So that's the roti fold.
I remember
Yo.
one day I'm in there now, and the girl, one of the twins, is about to make my roti, and I don't know what happened, but she must have said something to her mom when she went in the back to get roti skins or whatever. The mom came out with such vengeance, like, yo, you know, me start this, but obviously they're not Jamaican. But she came out with that like, yo, I'm the original roti folder out here. Hey, don't like, yo, don't face yourself. I don't know what her daughter said to her, but whatever. She came out, and honestly, she rapped. She's like, yo, trust me, they can't rap it like how me rap it, you know. But she's not Jamaican, so she's in her Guyanese or whatever it is. She's saying it. Boom, she folds the roti. I'm like, all right, thank you, mom. You know what I'm saying? I left. When I tell you, I'm not being rude. I'm being honest. It was one of the worst rotis that I ever got out of that spot. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, the daughter probably folds roti in her sleep because that's how good she is. Like, yo, when her mom came out, she even looked at me like, stepped aside because, yo, it's mommy.
This is gonna be different.
Yeah, like, yo, mommy I'm telling you, like, the girl, she's got that tight, with the sauce, everything, the right, yo, it's just perfect. Mommy, it was falling apart, floppy, this and that. I was like, damn. I'm like, mommy did me wrong, yo.
Bro, that's
But
so fucking
The food was
hilarious.
good, but the only downfall was everything is yellow.
Yo, funny story with that though. Like somebody, I swear, she was like a Trinity lady, and she was making a breakfast sandwich for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I opened the sandwich, it fell apart. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, she wrapped this so wrong. And I noticed, yo, she wrapped the fucking sandwich like a double. So she fucking made the sandwich, folded corners, and then she did the twist. You know how they do it with the doubles?
The double
but
twist,
in
yeah.
that twist, like everything just fell apart.
Yep.
So I'm like, man, that would have been perfect execution for a double, but not for a breakfast sandwich, man, with
Right.
lettuce and fucking tomatoes. She had the twist ends. Bro, I was dying. That's so funny, man.
But yeah. So
This spoiled smoker collection. This is a collective of
so once again, it's me and my friends, you know? Like, that's how it started. Like,
A bunch of spoiled
yeah,
smokers.
there's a bunch of spoiled smokers. Like, we've been through, like...
I fuck with it. I've always fucked with it. Like spoiled smoker. I love it.
So like I said, I have the same friends that I've had since I moved to Parkdale. You know, like it's a lot of people. You know, some people have, you know, they have friends, whatever. I'm not gonna take away from other friendships, but these are like the same people since I was like 13 years old. When I'm in my 40s now, so basically 30 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
We've been hanging, chilling, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying?
If they were to make a movie, it would, instead of it be called The Wood, it'd be called The Dale.
Yeah, it would be
Starring
like
you and your
PK,
boys.
whatever. And yeah, me and the dogs, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, back in the days, like, yo, there was times where we come from like, yo, like you said, you could only buy a half a quarter for the man them. And where it's like, yo, there's like, sometimes there's 8 of us, sometimes there's 13 of us, and we're rolling up a couple of spliffs, and they're going around. But you know, back in the days, it's the cess, so it's like, oh fuck, we want it, but it's just a long story. So we came from just like not having, and like your friend, like Billa said earlier, now that's so abundant. It's like, here, you want a spliff?
Word.
You want a blunt?
Yeah, roll
like,
your
yo, like, here, I'll light that, pass that, walk away. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's light the next one. Or I just have so much flavors or so much. It's not even like spoiled in a way like, oh, we just have. Well, now it's like.
We're not brats.
We're not brats. Yeah, we just, over time, we've learned to appreciate that we've come from a spot where we didn't have as plentiful where we have now. So now it's just spoiled smoker. It's a lifestyle, you know? It's like. The name sounds like, yeah, well, you guys are brats or whatever, but it's not. It's total opposite. Just friends, long time. The actual name was like a throwaway line. One of my friends, once again, it's like something so simple. Don't call me Lippy. We're at a pool party at like, what is it? Wet water.
Wild Water Kingdom?
Yeah, Wild Water Kingdom. We're at like one of these pool parties, jamming, doing our thing. We're smoking, burning down the blunts, and I go to, he's like, yo, I go to pass it to my brother. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna roll my own. You know, we're spoiled smokers. You know what I'm saying? Like, light bulb goes off. Oh shit, I like that. Spoiled smokers, and then we're a collective. There's a bunch of us, so it just came together naturally. Like it went from a line was just a throwaway line, and then it was like, yeah, we're spoiled smokers collective. We're a collective of spoiled. Like, we know what we came from, and now we're spoiled to the fact where we don't care about weed. And it's not like we're better than anybody or we're bougie. We're just like, we could do with or without it. You know what I mean? So
he made it a hot line. You made it a hot brand.
Exactly. Jay-Z for Nas. You know what I mean?
No, but that's what I noticed when I first got here from the States was I would, like, obviously Norm linked me with some peoples, and, you know, I would sit down with a guy, and then would give me some joints, and I'd burn it, and I'd be like, okay, how much of this do you have? And he's like, why? Were you looking to grab like a quarter? Like, you know, then I'm like, no, I'll take like a QP. And he's like, oh, no, I don't do it like that. And I'm like, well, what? No, well, what do you do it like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
Aren't you, are we in the act of purchasing here? Like, and he's like, no, it's just because, you know, like I only grab a certain amount, and then like when this is done, I'll just go grab another. And I'm like, well, how much? In my head, I couldn't understand the abundance thing yet, because I wasn't immersed in it. Like, I was just like fresh here, literally like first week, 2 weeks. So I was like, oh man, this is good shit, you know, because I was smoking pinks. I've never smoked pinks, and I was like, oh my god, no, I want like as much as this is like, because back home it's like you will run out, you know, like. Like
there
that's
will be a
something's good
drought at some point.
Yeah, if something's good, you're like, okay, is there 100 pounds of this? I'll take it. You know, like.
Yeah, no, because it's gonna be gone that quick. But the way it is now, it's like, yo, since legalization,
Crazy. We used to have to hide it to smoke. We would be like, yo, let's go over here to smoke.
yeah,
Nah, don't smoke here. It's hot. You know, like
Okay.
Anywhere and
now you
everywhere.
can burn anywhere. It's crazy.
Do you still cup your hand though? Like when you.
natural reflex. Natural
I
reflex.
do it honestly. I was like,
And there's so many grow ups, legal grow ups, all over the place, even in Scarborough. Like,
Yo,
there's a lot,
natural.
man, you know?
It's a natural reaction just to, to boy them. Cops. But then there's points where it's like, you know what? Before, we'd be smoking, be like, yeah, fuck these pussies. And we're blowing it in, you know?
Yeah.
But then there's times where it's like, you know what?
Not today.
Not today. Like, I remember a time, like, Caravana, it's like 99. We're at the
Young
parking
Street.
lot. No, we haven't made it to Young Street yet.
Yeah.
We're still cahooting that McDonald's parking lot pimping.
Fucking.
You understand what I'm saying? At
King
King and
and Duff?
Dufferin.
that's a
But
good
still a
spot.
hot spot though,
That's
man.
a good spot.
No, you know what's gonna,
Because we're right by the gates,
but
man.
okay, but so you know what's gonna happen. The Americans, when they come for Caravana,
Yeah.
they're gonna be telling yo, meet me at King of Dufferin at the McDonald's. And they be like, they're gonna pull up and they're gonna see a condo and be like, what happened to the McDonald's? McDonald's ain't here no more. So it's like down by Lamport, but it's not the same because they had the King and Queen's night by Lamport. Same way, you go chill by McDonald's parking lot or even in the Lamport parking lot before you make your way downtown.
Yeah.
So I remember one year chilling, parking lot pimping, doing our thing. You know, McDonald's parking lot, chilling. All of a sudden from the Dufferin side of McDonald's towards King, about 15 to 20 fucking cops come around the corner. Boom! They start smashing bottles, yelling, "Get the fuck out of here! Get out of Parkdale! Go downtown! Take this shit to Young Street!" They literally evacuated the parking lot, kicked everybody out the parking lot. I was like, "Holy fuck!" Why? Like, we're just jamming, minding our business. But that's how it was. Like, yo, we be just jamming in the spot. Cops would run through and just go downtown, and then we're down. It's like they're sending their problem to the division downtown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys add more chaos to the fucking Caravana parade that's going on. It's not non-official.
They're like
car
centralizing
parade.
things.
Yes,
They
exactly.
want it spread out.
Right. So it's just. I just remember nights like that where we're at Caravana chilling at McDonald's, and then the cops just come around the corner. You gotta get the fuck out of here. And that's what life was growing up in Parkdale, just getting bullied by the cops,
Yeah.
making wops, chilling.
Bullied by the cops and making wops chilling. That's sick. That's
Arcade
a fucking
life.
line, bro.
By the arcade, yo.
I love Parkdale.
Oh, Parkdale's it's a beautiful spot.
Parkdale makes me feel like home. Like I didn't want to like really miss a beat from living, in Miami to here.
It's a sense of community for sure. That's
Literally.
like off rip, and it's just like there's a personality that's just like in itself, and it's all, like if you're, especially growing up wanting to live in a big city like New York, I was
Yep.
like, but I don't know if I can. It might eat me alive. It's too big. It's too rotten. But but I still want to be downtown. Parkdale is like the closest thing to that. The crazy shit that happens outside your front door.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, have you ever woken up with like shits in the front of your door in multiple textures? Like, in multiple occasions?
Every day it's different.
Yeah.
Type shit.
What
a
was that?
serial shitter.
A serial shitter, bro, would come and just shit on our doorstep. One day it was,
No one caught
yo,
him? You guys never caught him?
bro, one day came home and it was like the motherfucker said, nah, fuck these guys. Or said, I can't wait. I have to go now. And our door was it just so happened to be, the door. It was either vindictive or extremely accidental. But regardless of the matter, this guy didn't even squat. Fucking leaned up against the door or whatever and projectile mud butt shitted on the door to the point where it was leaking like mutagen ooze, but brown and fucking muddy. And it was leaking when I opened, because I came home, I was like, oh my God. I was livid. I opened the door, shit was fucking dripping off the door. It was like I'm talking about someone took a shit on our front door multiple times.
On your
okay?
front door?
Yeah, in P-Dale. Okay? You know the little nook right there.
Yes.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
It's
So-
horrible because that little nook is like a perfect spot.
spot. So I can't even blame the
You gotta do
motherfucker that
street
did it.
shit. That's good.
Dip in real quick.
Yo, on some real street shit. Like that was the perfect place to take a shit in the street because of that nook.
Oh my God! Don't kill
But
me.
yo, so I'm saying I opened the door because you had to open. Like, what am I gonna do? Fuck! I just got home. I got shit on my shoulder. Like, I gotta clean this up. So I opened the door and I was watching the shit fucking drip onto the floor. I'm like, oh my God. The neighbor's Skyline restaurant next door was like, oh, bros, so sorry for this. Like,
God bless him.
It wasn't on his
bad.
door.
Like,
He's like Sean.
so like,
Sean was Sean.
right? Chef Sean.
Man.
Fucking shout out to St. Island Pies. He fucking gave me a huge Cambro of water and soap. I needed 4 of those, bro, to fucking clean that shit off and pour it off. Yo, so that was
Bleach,
one time. That
That was
once.
the one
Like,
time.
not even in the same week, bro. On the other end of the spectrum, like the most toughest, hardest, fucking thick, elephant lumpy fucking shit, just fibrous, fucking perfect.
Like Pitbull shit.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Like fucking.
Like just, bro.
It's not. Maybe it's a dog shit.
It was like it was
no,
still human shit
was still,
because in the way that it
constipated
was,
motherfucker.
you know what I'm saying? But in the way that it was like fucking longanisa, you know, without the twist. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
Without the
longanisa.
separation.
Holy
Right?
fuck.
And I was like, yo, why do they keep on fucking shitting here? But once again, you know, it was the perfect situation. Like, it was the corner is the perfect spot for someone to like get the perfect amount of privacy. Let one out real quick, pull it up and walk off. I think it was fucking homie with the layers. You know, what I'm
Layer
saying?
Man.
The black guy?
Yeah,
Layer
walks
man.
with his
layer
pants
cake.
down?
Pants down. He takes pisses standing up. Yo, just like he'll take one part, he'll like peel a layer down with like from the 43 layers of pants he's already rocking, and then you'll just see drips coming off like because he'll be rocking like a pair of drawstring
Whatever it
sweatpants,
is, bro.
and then you'll just see the drawstring dripping, and I'm like, oh fuck, this guy just took a
And
piss.
the dark skin guy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
walks in the street at Queen and Lansdowne, right in the
Bro.
middle, between the traffic.
Looking like fucking Kanye
You'll
in the
see him
fucking
from afar, right? I'll be on bike and I'll just see jackets
yeah.
above cars. It's literally like
It doesn't matter how hot or cold it is, eh?
yeah, jackets, sleeping bags. I've seen. He looked like full on astronaut.
Okay, sorry to cut you off.
No worries.
Yeah.
What if I told you that guy has a girlfriend?
I'll tell you, I ain't living right.
Fuck, man.
I ain't doing shit with my shit.
That is crazy.
Okay, so I don't know if it's his actual girlfriend. You see, look at that guy. So one morning, minding my business, I'm on Dufferin, and I see homeboy layered up, pants down, and I see this like white chick. She doesn't look like she's fully there either.
Yeah.
Boom, they lean in, they give themselves a good morning kiss. Mwah, and they go their separate ways. Right? So I'm like, I did not just see what I fucking saw. I'm like, no, this didn't happen.
Buck T Love.
Bro, the man has a girlfriend. I'm pretty sure that was his girl, bro. The way she like, she didn't even see the layers of funk and dirt and everything. Nope.
Yo. I'm gonna go to Park.
See you later.
I'm gonna go ask him how his girlfriend is, and I want you to fucking edit that in right after this story and the clip.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna ask, how's your girl? Is she doing all right? How's the love? You guys.
Or it might have been just some random kiss on the corner, but it's like still.
That guy's got no. When you see, it's like this guy went through.
You didn't do a whisperer for him?
No, not yet. I only like to do it with people that like I'm not exploiting and I'm like having genuine.
Yeah, I understand.
conversation
Yeah,
with,
yeah, I understand.
Right? Because with Kung Fu Mike or
Freestyle Phil.
Freestyle Phil,
Yeah,
aka
Jason.
Jason,
That's
or
Jason.
Yeah.
Let's get that. Let's
That's
get that
Jason.
clear on King and Dufferin's side of Parkdale. That's Freestyle Phil.
Freestyle Phil. Yeah. AKA Jason, AKA Fuck! Fuck off!
3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, Jason, sorry I don't have anything. That's okay, but still, fuck off.
You
got
you wanna-
$2?
Yo,
No.
can you get
You
me a
got
Tim
10? You got
Hortons?
10?
Can you get me a Tim Hortons small? 4 cream, 6 sugar.
Jason, I could just buy you crack.
Bro,
Can you got chicken wings? Can you buy me chicken wings? Chicken wings? Chicken wings?
small coffee, 4 sugar, 6 cream. Like, or sorry, 4 cream, 6 sugar, small coffee. Yo, you all right? Yeah. It's crazy.
What
bro.
about $2 lady?
$2.
We have $2.
I don't think I'll
We
come
have
across
$2.
it.
I'm like, damn, what happened to $1? You just went straight to $2.
$2.
Every time I'm like,
You want
yo,
$5? No, $2. She only wants $2. She only wants $2. It's $2.
That right there reminds me of Chef's parents on South Park. Loch Ness Monster talking about he want $3.50. I gave him $1. See, that's why he keep coming back.
All he wants 3 minutes. Get the 3 minutes.
So that right there is an inside joke amongst me and our friends. So if we seen that lady, the $2 lady, be like, oh, she's looking for the Loch Ness. She sounds like the Loch Ness. I'm gonna need about Tree fitted.
Tree fitted.
That's what he does. He pulls up on them. He says, yo, I'm going to need about 350. This is the Loch Ness Monster. So you're saying this is a $2 lady. She's like, yo, I need $2. No, not $5, not, $2.
But she has like this weird like like Eastern European like give me $2.
So where do you come across her in Parkdale?
Give me $2.
Where do you come across her in Parkdale?
So
it's
by the-
always on West
The
Lodge.
coin
corner.
laundry, she's like.
That's her spot.
Because like she knows someone will have $2.
She's posted up. She's posted up outside.
$2. But then there's another girl that like they have the same physique, same hair, but she's the crying lady. She's always like
White hair? She has like white hair?
Yeah, she's
always
she's
like-
mad crusty and crying and
I seen her. She does the same shit from fucking Bathurst and King
All the way.
all the way across. She'd be by the gas station. Oh yeah, yo, bro.
Somebody please, for the love of God.
Wow.
Damn, lady.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No,
I'll buy
at
you a
first,
coffee. You want a coffee?
honestly, when I first got there, I was like, oh my God. Like my heart.
Yeah.
You know? And you're just like, oh. And then like after like
Then you realize that's
after
your
like
spiel.
2 months, you're just like, hey, shut up, lady. I'm trying to
It's
fucking
3
sleep
a.m.
up here.
No, I remember one time I was at a gas station, and you know how around the gas station they bump for change and shit. One guy hit me with a different flex. I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yo, are you buying something from Tim Hortons?" I said, "Yeah, I was gonna go buy a tea." The man said, "Yo, use the gift card, give me the money." He must have had a $5 gift card or whatever, $10 gift card. So as people are buying Tim Hortons, he's running up and I'm like, "Yo." And he's swiping for them, and they're giving him the change, the cash off of the card versus.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this guy's. And obviously, the guy at Tim Hortons doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The money's getting paid. He doesn't
Yeah.
care. So
I mean, people are probably getting paid or like probably just like saying, "Hey, I don't have change, but let me buy you some of this." So you're not like spending that money on fucking
Right.
drugs, but then they still find a way to get the money back. You know, still find a way to get.
But the man caught me off guard with that one. I was not expecting that. Like, the man said, "No, what? You're going to Tim?" Usually, because they ask for change or they ask for whatever. This guy's like, "Oh, you're going to Tim Hortons?"
Yeah.
Yo, so buy your coffee, use this. And then I was like, "Oh shit, all right." So you know what? Here's the $5 because you obviously clearly been thinking about this hustle. He's like, "Yo, I'm like, yo, keep the card and here's $5, bro. You know, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, all right." So now when I see him, the man just. It's just a head nod. The man don't ask me for nothing. Doesn't ask me if I'm going to Tim Hortons or nothing. It's just a head nod.
Yeah, chances are I hit people off with stuff if they don't ask me for nothing, you know, like, and I know you ask other people, but for whatever reason you don't ask me, I'm like, hey, here, I got it today.
Yeah.
Here.
Yo, the moment a homeless person asked me to tap some change, spare me a tap.
Oh my god.
There you go, buddy.
That's
Have a good day.
That's where we're at. That's where we're coming to. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen, man.
Where'd you get that? Black market.
Right?
Spare me a crypto coin. Yo, that crapto coin shit you posted is fucking hilarious.
Crapto coin, what's this?
So I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it's probably some fucking crazy
Internet
meme
memes,
shit.
bro.
Yeah.
It's
But yeah,
funny.
it was like
idea.
says like in South Korea or something, a man develops a toilet of sorts where as you shit into it, it generates
Enough energy and converts to get coins.
enough to facilitate having
So the
coin.
shitting is
a
mining.
shit coin. Yeah.
The shit is mining for you.
Craptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency.
That's hilarious. That's fucking
Dad
hilarious.
joke of the day. Fuck yeah.
It's cryptocurrency.
It's the cryptocurrency, huh? You know, the shit coin. It's so funny, man.
I could totally hear one of my titos just telling that joke.
Yeah.
It's crypto.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Oof.
It's been a long one, but it's been a good one, bro.
Yo, I don't even think good times. I'm not looking at that because I got a text, right? But yeah, I was like, fuck, we've been here. I don't even know how long. We've just been fucking chopping it up.
I mean, normally, like, we go based off how many times the camera goes out. Because it goes by 30-minute intervals.
Okay.
So I think we got, like, 3 conks already.
Oh shit.
So that was, like,
Hour and a half.
yeah. But,
Wow. Time flew, bro.
The one thing I love about this podcast is like, it's straight stories. There's no, like obviously topical shit will come
Yeah.
up because it happens.
Yeah.
You know, this is what's going on in the day, but like that's not the focus. No tabloid shit. It's literally anecdotal stories, perspective on, based off where you come from and whatnot.
I hope I added to it. I hope we had a good
No, of course.
conversation.
No,
man. Like I had fun. Like
But the things that like the history that comes with these stories, on some like modern day griot shit, like nobody knows that this is what happened in Parkdale on Caravana weekend, at the corner of King and Dufferin. People don't even know McDonald's even existed there. You know what I'm saying? They'll come down, they'll see, like you said, they'll see the condos and be like,
What happened to the McDonald's?
You mean the one over there on Joe Schuster?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
no,
new. That's what they did. They moved it to Joe Schuster, across from Lamport. So
Yeah.
but it's still not the same because it's
Yeah.
still a cramped
It's
up
a
small little spot.
It's a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Exactly. The parking lot was the spot from Caravana Nights. But yeah, man, we could talk about that shit.
And it's
forever.
24 hours, you know what I mean? That's where, like, the amount of shit that went down there. Like, I remember walking, like, when we were living in the same building. By the way, like, that was a monumental building for me. Just knowing, like, the amount of people that I've met through there, the amount of relationships built, the amount of stories. Like, guys like Protege, amazing world-renowned reggae artist now just like sleeping on the couch, fucking just hanging out at that place,
Yeah.
just seeing people build from nothing to something. But anyhow, like that building, meeting you, fucking the stories that go on in Parkdale, like no one would really truly know unless they lived there and heard it from the stories from the people that actually did.
Or experienced
You know what
it
I'm saying?
themselves.
And
Like
like,
Cameron said, you wasn't there.
we wasn't there.
Those
No, but
stories are
fucking-
different from
We need the
our
that,
ends, man.
You know what I'm
No,
saying,
I would
bro?
tell my aunts and uncles, and they were like, Jonathan, you're moving to Parkdale? Because they don't know that it's like, okay, because it's not, you have to protect yourself. They're thinking like it's,
Back in the early
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
I mean, still, anywhere you got to really just kind of be on, head on the swivel, but yeah, they were definitely concerned.
Yeah, Parkdale's become the place where you can see people jogging through the strip. That would have never happened in the 90s, early 2000s. Jogging through Parkdale?
Yeah.
Are you fucking mad? Yo, the buckets.
So
the
what I-
buckets alone. Other than the Parkdale runners, like that's an established group. Obviously, everybody knows. But like the way how you see random people are just jogging through Parkdale, like through Liberty Village. Like even Liberty Village never existed before.
Yeah.
You know
that
what
was
I
all
mean?
real factories and fucking,
Right? It was grimy back there. It was scary to go back there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're not from the hood, you're not going back there because you may come across two stray crackheads
Yeah.
and you're getting jacked.
And that's where
You know
the
what I'm
fucking
saying?
police station was.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, right by the
Yeah, you don't
but-
wanna go there.
Yeah, Parkdale is a nicer place than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's way sweeter now. You understand what I'm saying?
Not
Parkdale's-
fully gentrified, but
Yeah.
still nice.
I call that
Just
the
nicer.
nothing.
Yeah.
You remember the nothing from the Never Ending Story?
Okay.
That's what I call
Sure,
gentrification. That's what I call gentrification. The nothing. It's the nothing. It's just coming. You know it's coming. You can't stop it. It's coming.
When I first moved to Parkdale on Tyndall, that was the first place I moved. My sister had a house there. She was renting $1,300 for the whole house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now try to rent that house.
I remember like just getting knocks at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, who the fuck is knocking? You have any guests? She's like, no, just don't answer. It's the crackheads. Somebody used to fucking chop out of here. It used to be
That's it.
damn.
That's it. It used to be
Okay.
a den. You
This
go to
is it.
different buildings, you have different dens.
But guys would be like knocking like on doors thinking like, is this the place?
Like, hey, is so and so in there?
Like, no. Oh, I
That's
think it's
2 doors down.
Sorry, yeah.
Process of elimination.
Yeah.
Wait, this is
Knock on
Tyndall?
every
Oh,
door.
sorry, it's the next street down. What was the next street down? Not parallel with Tyndall?
Spencer.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was Spencer.
Yo, listen to me. Tyndall
Bro,
and
fuck.
Spencer used to be hot strips.
Bro, the worst.
Hot strips. Like super hot strips. Like super hot strips. Like when we used to do our dirt back there, like when I chop and whatever, I made sure that I had a key to every building. Just so I had an escape route. Boy, them rolling, looking too funny, like they want to stop, pull over. Because remember, we're from the stop and frisk era.
Yeah.
Search, take your name, what's your G1, what's your G2, date of birth, BOD, blah, blah, blah. Fill out those little cards, even though they know you. Seen you every day for the last 10 years. They still stop you, fuck with you. So it's like, all right, go in that door, lock the door behind me. I got a key to get in the building. And I had like super keys. I was like a superintendent.
You got in the Matrix with like the big keychains.
I was the key guy. You know that guy who's like, yo, hold on, I got a key. That was me, man.
That's crazy, man. And so many buildings to choose from.
Yeah, like that was not only me. That was like all of us. Like that's how we used to move through Parkdale like militants, like through back streets, cutting through people's backyards, and like it was crazy.
Yo. I've always wanted to know, what do they call that one building complex that has the gate right just by the corner of Lansdowne and
Spanish
Queen?
Harlem.
They call that Spanish Harlem?
Well, that's what we call it.
Oh
You
my
know
god!
you know the spot I'm talking about, right?
Right
It's
at the corner, right with the
quintessential-
gate right there, and the little that has the fire escapes going across.
Every time I see it, I'm like, if this was like 10 times bigger and then fucking a
No,
building
that's
right
Spanish
behind it,
Harlem. That's
that
what we
would
call
be
that.
a fucking a place right out of New York. You know, that's
Yeah,
where
that's Spanish Harlem. That's what we call
It
it.
looks like New York.
I don't know
for a
why,
second.
but we call it Spanish Harlem.
Spanish Harlem.
Because that's when. Oh, actually, you know why? Because at one point it was all Spanish people. You went through the cycle. It was like all Spanish. Like all people in that building spoke Spanish. Every floor, almost every apartment was all Spanish people. So we're like, yeah, Spanish.
it was
Harlem.
probably a Spanish superintendent.
Yeah, it
or
was like
landlord or
Spanish because
something.
that's where all like that's where the central spot where you would like
You could just hear all the
hear
partying.
all the Spanish. That's
all
where
the
all
salsa
like
music
literally
was
that's where like
playing.
all the Spanish people were at one point.
Yeah.
In Parkdale, so we just call it Spanish Harlem. I don't know why Harlem.
Yeah.
Spanish Harlem. That's what it was.
I remember one time some kid running around the corner on fucking Jameson, booking it. Cops like, get out the way, trying to chase him. He fucking goes in right into the gate, closes it, and there's mad people just chilling in the front. And the guys come in, they're like, open the gate, and it was like, and guys are just like slow to walk to open the gate. They're just like slowly brisking.
Yep.
They're like. And just like slightly open the door. They're like, ah! Like, where'd he go? I'm like, yo, this is sick, man. This is out of a fucking scene of a movie.
Yep. No, it's
Like New York Undercover or some shit.
yeah, man. Parkdale was like that. That was a place, like fuck. We have time for like a little story.
Of course, no.
Okay.
More-
So I was
all
like,
day,
I
man.
remember one time back in the days, I'm like 16. We're out there chopping, doing our shit. This girl, this lady, blonde lady, she's gotta be like 30, whatever, older woman. She's like, yo, you guys got a 30 a crack. We're like, yeah, all right, whatever. Sure, This one Parkdale was like booming, like everywhere there's like it was crack central. Like everywhere you go, there's like cuss these dealers. So we're like, whatever. And undercover cops doing stakeouts. So the girl faced herself and looked at me and my brethren and said, you guys aren't cops, right? Bitch, I'm fucking 15 years old. What are you talking about? Am I a cop? Maybe 16, you know what I mean? 15,
Yeah.
16. Cop. Bald head. Army jacket. This is the Onyx era. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Cop. Before we could make the chop, like she must have gave the signal too early. I don't know. Cruiser came flying down the street. Right by Jerry's Fish and Chips.
Yo.
The cop
This is
was so
crazy.
anxious, he couldn't wait for his partner to stop. The man was dragging his foot like, stop the cruiser. Like, stop it. By the time we seen that, we were gone. Flying. The man started chasing us. Big, long chase. We got away, long story short. But it was just the fact that the lady faced herself and looked at two 15, 16, like a 15 and 16-year-old said, yo, are you guys cops? I guess that was the signal. We're like, nah, what the fuck you talking about, cops?
Yeah.
Then they came. There was a fucking light show. But yeah, cops.
Fucking.
So the cops took it. I'm fucking getting this foot chase now. The cops behind me. I try to, because at that point, there's so much shit going on. I run across the street basically to where you guys live.
Yeah.
There's a crack deal going on. The girl's in this basically full form in the middle of the street. She's got like 4 junkies around her. Dope in hand. Like, what's going on? What do you want? Like she's literally that blazing with the chop. I come running through the circle like, yo, the cop's gonna see this and stop. Nope.
They kept on going for
The
you.
man kept on running me down, bro. I had to hit fences, hit backyards to get away, bro. But then I had to use my Parkdale knowledge, and I got him trapped in the back. My holy family.
The fences. Where you going now?
I got him trapped.
You're gonna
I
climb
got him
this
trapped.
fence? Let me see you climb this fence,
I
copper.
got him trapped, bro. I got him trapped. Got my separation. And then Dunn Street, backyards. Home. Nigga, you got home? Yeah, I got home. You got home? Yeah. Okay. All right. And that was just another night in Parkdale. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shit like that was how we were, like, that's what we were doing. That's how, like, it was just crazy, man. It's nuts. Tons of stories like that, but yeah.
You know, I had a cousin. Shout out to my cousin. Like, he used to play for the Parkdale Bombers basketball team here back in the day. And, like, the stories he would tell, but like, oh, man, I can't wait to go, man. One day, I'm going to Parkdale. I was like 13, 14. One day, I'm going to Parkdale, bro. You know.
Yeah. Parkdale had a bad
And
rap
now
though
I'm
in
here.
the early 90s. Like, when I moved, like, the same thing you said, like, how your family, your aunts and uncles were like, oh, you're going to Parkdale?
Yeah.
Yo, that's how my mom's, oh, yo, Parkdale is, but yo, it was like,
He's still here. He works at fucking at Liberty Village at that furniture spot, Elm or whatever it's called.
who's that?
Fucking oh my God, why did I just throw Gideon? Gideon.
Gideon. That's crazy. But yeah, like, but the people would say, yo, it's bad. Parkdale's bad. Watch out, yo. And when I first got here, I didn't understand. And then the night shit, when I seen the shit in the nighttime, I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, Parkdale's fucked. Like, it's crazy. Like, yo, there's a lot of shit going on here in Parkdale. But during the day, it's like cool cut and kalam, you know? Like, there's nothing, you know, it's like at nighttime is when the shit really goes down in Parkdale.
Yeah.
I honestly just sometimes sit by the window and I'll just like watch the crazy shit that just happens.
Yo, you have a great vantage point, though.
And people don't even like you know, they don't think nobody's watching. But there's always somebody watching. That's what I learned about the streets. If you're doing shit in the streets, just know there's always somebody watching. It's whether they choose to fucking say it or not.
Yeah.
You know?
Just always looking out the window.
Always. There's somebody fucking just like, oh.
There it is. It's
Is somebody
happening.
getting their dick sucked behind the LCBO right now?
Is somebody taking a shit in front of that guy's door?
Yo, because that fucking, you know, I'm not gonna say the name, but you know that after hour spot right there.
Yeah.
Jesus, I mean, it's keeping the weekends like. I mean, like I'm thinking like 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm like, okay,
5,
I
6
could hear
o'clock
some
in
of the
morning.
music, you know, whatever. But then at 4, it's the
Bass.
The ounce.
yeah.
The
The
rhythmic.
the
boom,
CZ
boom,
bass, man.
It's the shit that just has everybody like.
Just vibing like,
The blade, the blade scene.
oh my god. Yo, that party was fucked though. That
Yeah,
Blade
no.
party?
Yo,
Blade?
yo.
But these guys come
That's
up
what I
like
picture
10
every
and 10.
time.
Yo, Skyline would be right there open for brunch, and people would come out of the fucking after hours just like,
Yeah,
and
walking
just
like,
sit down at the brunch.
Wipe their eyes like, bright out here. Holy fuck.
Under the bridge now, downtown, and then biking back to Scarborough from downtown. We've seen parties under the bridge, and we've never seen that shit before.
Yo,
It was
that's
like that type of vibe, like.
yeah, it's straight zombie shit, man.
Yeah, we're in the roaring 20s again, bro. Prohibition.
People
Right.
just throwing jam, like, yo, you think the raves will ever come back? Like,
Well, it's basically what's going on now. Like you
I
said.
mean, EDM
Under the
parties
bridge rave.
under the
killed the
bridge
rave.
warehouse raves.
Right?
Yo, meet me here. And then it would be like a piece of paper fucking photocopied like 1,000 times.
Yeah. Handwritten.
Releasing the location 24 hours before the event.
Where'd
Bring
you
water.
find that one?
Stay
Bring water.
hydrated.
Yo, it's funny. I was going through some stuff and I found a fucking old box of shit I have in my house. And I found a fucking pink double stack Louis Vuitton.
Oh, wow. A double stack. A pinker.
A pink
Wow.
Louis Vuitton double stacked.
That's fucking you, bro. You dosing tonight, man? No, I'm double
Well,
dosing
funny
with
thing
the
is,
fucking
I've
stopper,
never,
baby.
Listen to me. I've never popped the E.
Oh man,
I've
I was
never-
a popper,
I've
bro.
never popped E in
But
my
I've
life.
sold more to fucking put kids
Have you
through
ever popped
colleges.
ecstasy?
I tried it once
That was
when
it.
I was young.
Whoa, okay.
Never
hold-
popped.
Young. Like, it was after high school still.
After high
After
school?
high school, I tried.
Oh man, bro! One of the first times I did fucking ecstasy was in Scarborough Town Center, bro. Like, but yeah, man.
You just walked
Ecstasy-
around?
No, it's
Oh.
the worst thing was
I was at Union
Fuck my-
nightclub.
Union. Oh, Union nightclub. Like that was like
Some rave shit.
back in the
Well, that's not even my shit, but I just went because, like, you know, my cousin's like, yo, just reach with me. You
bro,
like it?
man.
I'm like, fuck.
It's good experiences, man. For me at least. Okay, but that one time at Scarborough Town Center, my cousin was like, "Hey, man," he's older too. He's like in his 20s, and I was like 14 at the time.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, man," so I'm already on ecstasy, and he's like, "Hey, man, we have this other thing. You want to try it? It's called Royal Meth." I'm like, "Royal Meth?" He's like, "Don't worry, it's not crystal." I was like, "It's not crystal." He's like, "It's royal." I was like, I'm like, "It's still meth." I'm like, it's like, "Don't worry, man, just try it. You just sniff it." I'm like, all right. And I sniffed it. It burned my nose so
Yeah,
hard. I
that's fun.
blew it out right away. And I blew it out. I was tearing. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, yo, fuck you for even making me do this, man. You're supposed to be my elder. You're supposed to be
yeah.
my influence. You're fucking in your late 20s making me do this shit. Realizing it was shabu, bro.
What?
It was
the
fucking
fuck?
shab.
No way.
He fucking made me do shabs. He called it royal meth. I was like, the
How'd you
fuck?
feel?
Bro, I didn't get high off it. Luckily, I went, oh, like right away.
That's
Sniff,
fucked,
blew it
bro.
out right away. I was like, because it hurt.
Yeah, burn.
Like, I hate the feeling. Because one day, when I was younger, like, I was drowning one day and, like, all the water going through my nose, like,
Yeah.
messed with my sinus and shit. So, like, anything going through my nose fucks with me, right? So when I felt that, I was like, nah, fuck this shit. I got so mad. But aside from that story, back to raves. Bro, they used to hold raves at the Ontario Science Center.
I went to
Okay,
one. I went
bro,
to one.
Say-
You
Halloween. I think we went to Halloween rave
I
at
wasn't
Science
old
Center.
enough yet for those times.
that shit was crazy because they would leave all the pavilions and all the sites open. Like,
Yeah.
everything was open. So you could still go to all these things.
No, I didn't go. My friends went to the Science Center rave. I
Bro.
didn't go. They were talking about like, yo, the Science Center rave, bro. Oh my god, yo, because I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't into raves. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck a rave. But a couple, 1-2 times I went, like we went to a Halloween rave.
Because you got to make some money, you know?
Yeah, we were whatever.
I was just booming out there, bro.
Quick story about I got fucked over at a rave. Not drugged or nothing. Like just, it's a Halloween rave. We're just jamming, chilling. All of a sudden, this girl in like a red fairy suit walks up to me, says my name,
No.
says my name. Mind you, she's wearing a costume. Says my name, and then dip back into the crowd.
What the fuck?
What?
For fucking many of years, that should fuck with my head. Like, who the fuck was that bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's fucking with me. Like, yo, who the fuck is this fucking, like,
You're Govey?
my govy? Like, she rolled up on me, smiled, looked at me, came in close, blah, 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 blah. And then she just,
Yo, that's sick. Like Homer in the bushes. Just
basically, yo,
into the
she just like turned and she fucked off. Like, you know, like she just, as fast as she came, is as fast as she was gone. I was like, I was creeped out for many of year.
Imagine she never existed. She wasn't even there. That didn't
No.
ever happen. It was all in your mind.
4 years now, 4 years of me dealing with this quietly. Like, fuck, that's one reason why I don't go back to raves. Right? This girl I know, she comes up to me. She's like, hey, let me ask you a question. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? She's like, yo, I don't know if you remember this, but we were at a rave one time. I was wearing a red costume, and then I came up to you and I said your name. I was like, you fucking bitch. Yo, you fucked me up for years, okay? Yo. And she just fucking, see how you guys just broke down and just started laughing? She did the same thing, like, ha ha, yeah. I was like, thank you, but fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
That's
yeah.
a fucking amazing story. Like, how long that
At least
simmered.
10 years, bro.
Like,
she let,
that
she
was-
let that shit simmer a long time, bro.
That's like
Yo,
a wine. That's like alcohol fermented joke. Like she waited years
And,
to be able
honestly,
to just
she
spring
could have
that
held
on
on
you.
to it. She could have held on to it to like for many more years.
It's so good.
That's crazy.
That joke marinated for 10 years. Just want to let you know.
Bro, shit. And I was like, you fucking, yo, you don't know you fucked me up for like, yo, fuck you. But thank you. Now I can like, you know, like like it was like I was like, holy fuck, yeah.
Because I was gonna say that's probably someone like that probably remembers you from elementary school. You haven't seen her for years, but she's like, no.
She's
that
from
has to be
Parkdale.
him. It was your home girl.
She's from Parkdale. She's a girl from Parkdale.
Be good.
You know what I'm saying?
She knew.
She knows who she is. I don't need to shout. She knows who she is.
That's
It's all love,
so
though.
Good.
It's all love. We're friends. You know what I'm saying? But fuck, man. That fucked with my head for a long
That
time.
makes me think, man. I want to start telling my nephew from now. I'm like, hey, man, you're young. You got time. Start thinking of a funny joke that you want to hold on for years. Like a time capsule, like a joke capsule.
Time capsule. That
Do it
shit.
from now. And then in 10 years,
Bro, I don't know.
spring
what-
it on him.
Listen,
Just drop it on him. Like,
I don't know what I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know why she decided that day she was gonna tell me, but like but it was just one of those things. Was like, holy fuck, mind blown.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was like, for a long time, it was like, what the fuck, like, yeah, it's just weird.
From jump, I would have been at the rave. I would have been like, what? Like, Jonathan, what?
Yeah, but that's how I felt though. But that's how I felt because mind you, it's a costume party rave.
No, for sure.
But
right?
has she seen you multiple times?
Of
Like you've
course.
seen her. Oh, so
Yes,
she's
of
been
course,
okay.
She knew. She's holding on to it. She
So
knew.
every time she was just like,
She's just
Should I
doing
tell him
it.
today?
Like, yeah, exactly. Today be the day. I don't know what possessed her to tell me, but thank you. I appreciate it. Like, yeah.
Now you got me thinking, man. I really want to create a whole fucking book of like time lapse jokes. Like
Yeah, if I just put something in your brain here, there you go, brother. You're welcome.
that's hilarious, man. But shout outs to raves. Like when I used to do ecstasy, like there was a time I used to do ecstasy, and I didn't mind it because I knew I was only going to do it for a limited time.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the time I'm doing it, and that's it. So I'm going in, I'm going to experience it for what it's worth, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
And the shit that I seen people do on ecstasy,
and for ecstasy?
and not for like, for ecstasy, not really. Like,
That's a different story.
but like, for instance, this girl was. Just, I'm at the Better Living Center, CNE, fucking Hullabaloo or one of those joints. This girl. So remember Superman. You hear that? Everyone. You hear everyone getting crazy.
It's like a hype up thing, yeah.
Oh, here's.
Oh, some drum and bass shit?
Yep.
And this is the
Okay.
time when the Superman double stacker pills were the blue Supermans were fucking so everyone. And if you got a double stacker fucking Superman blue pill, boom, you know you're flying. And everyone would always do this thing where they go, dun, 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 and then it looks like they're fucking flying like Superman, right? So now, and I'm like 17 at the time, when all these young high school kids mixed with all these like old motherfuckers that are still
After,
like
all
you
age
know,
parties.
all is all ages. Everyone's going crazy, right? So I'm just sitting down. I was the type that like, as much as I like to dance, I also like to just sit down and just watch, you know, observe and just sit, just get girls to massage me and shit while I just watch. I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. There's one girl, it's like, she's got these huge double D knockers, beautiful girl, just jumping up and down, tall, like 6'2", and I'm just like, dun, 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 oh yeah, right. But then, yo, she got so hype at one point, and she lost her footing, and twisted her ankle, and not even twisted, like her bone just popped out of place, and I saw her ankle just push out. And it didn't. pierce out of her fucking skin. But
Thank
like you just saw the skin just push out, and I was just, and her foot was all crooked, and she looked down, she's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, just looking up at each other like, oh, and she's like, oh my god, and she's like still like moving to the beat, still like, she's like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm like, yo, sit down, and I'm like, what's talking? I'm like, yo, okay, calm down, you okay? She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't feel it. I'm like, I'm having such a good time.
Wow.
I'm like, oh.
You need to go to the hospital.
Bro, I'm like, no, you are not. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, don't think about it. Just enjoy your time. Chill. My name's Shaolin. How you doing? What's your name? We're just talking. She's like, yeah, I'm just, I'm a fourth year university U of T. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, what about you? I'm like, yeah, I just started my first year at, I'm like 17. Like, yeah, I'm at Centennial College, Scarborough campus. Bro.
Oh shit.
Next thing you know, we start fucking making out, because that's what you do at fucking Rage. You start making out with strangers.
Of course, yeah.
And now I have her fucking huge knockers in my hand, her twisted ankle all broken. Like everyone like walking by looks at her ankle and looks at her foot and goes, oh, and then looks at me with her tits in my hand. Because like her neck's like kissing my neck, like with her head back. And like I'm holding her tits. People look at her ankle, oh, look at me holding her tits. I'm like, yeah, because I put like my glow stick in a cleavage. So like, my cousins took all these pictures of me and it's like, yeah, bro. At the end of the night, like, her friends dealt with her, but like, bro, that was so funny. Like, ecstasy's crazy, man. This girl did not feel shit. She was in such a good mood despite her ankle being out of place, tits in hand, all love. Bro, it was great. And that's why I don't encourage people to do ecstasy, but if you do it, enjoy it. Don't.
That was a segue. Holy fuck. Wow. Oh, man.
God damn, man. I don't have any of those.
Yo,
raves are crazy, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, I would just be in there selling them. Selling beans.
Yeah.
Called them beans.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before.
just don't
Yeah,
buy
but I
the
remember that whole era, that ecstasy era.
brown ones.
Oh.
Don't buy the beige or browns.
Yeah, there were certain colors you would
Yeah.
stay away from because
Yeah.
it was a bad trip.
Like
I
those.
never, like I said,
Well, that's the
from
heroin
experience, I
ones,
see
'cause the dirty ones. Yeah.
People were like, no. And then people were requesting, yo, you, like you said, you got those Supermans. And then there were certain ones that were just name brand.
Yeah.
Blue Diamonds.
Mercedes.
Shit like that. People, I see these guys going crazy for them. Like, yo, you got those? I'm like, oh, sure.
There's
You got the purple clouds.
there's like a breakbeat
Some
song.
random names.
Right? Yeah.
There was a breakbeat song that literally like it was just all the names. It was like leprechauns, marshmallows, Mercedes,
Try to find that song right now.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
It'll be like boom,
Louis V's.
boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
That's
boom.
sick.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
great because everybody at the parties will be like, "Yup, that's me."
Yeah,
I want
and
that
they wait
one.
for their turn. They're like, okay, it's coming, hold on.
But I never understood that. I never got it. I always just smoked weed. None of those other things appealed to me. Like, even when I see people doing the ecstasy, whatever, it's like, like you said, you'd be making money off of it. You know what I'm saying?
I've only really smoked weed and shrooms. I mean, I've tried, just about everything but a needle. You know what I'm saying? I did everything pre-needle. Just because, like, when you got to sell some stuff, I got to be able to speak about it in some sort of passion. And then, like, sometimes when you exceed a certain amount of things, and you sit in front of a guy, and he's just like, well, you toot some of this, and you're just like, oh, I got to sell this shit. You're like, hold on, let me toot some of this up real quick. I feel like Gunplay. Shout out Gunplay.
Yeah.
Yo, I went to New York one time for a Giants-Eagles game, and I was broke at the time. This guy was like, yo, just come. And my buddy lent me his fucking suitcase. We get across. We're in the hotel. I throw the suitcase down, and then I empty out my shit, put it all away, throw the suitcase, and I hear like a sound. I'm like, the fuck? I open up, bro. There was like 500 pills, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker. Like, he forgot. He's like, yo, I forgot. I stashed that a long time ago. I totally forgot.
What?
He's like, yo, my bad. Enjoy. They're yours. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. I could have fucked your life up. Just, they're yours. I didn't even, those are old. Like, I had them from 2 years ago. I'm like,
Holy shit.
I'm in New York. I'm broke. I'm going to a rave. My buddy was like, yo, I want to go to a rave in New York. I'm like,
Lemons?
bro, are you
Lemonade?
kidding me?
That's fucking crazy.
I met this fucking Dominican dude named Jesus, who, by the way, like, your cuz, my girl, like, she was in the house scene when she was living in New York. She's like, oh, Jesus? You know, I was like, yeah. I met this dude, Jesus. She's like, I know that guy. Great dancer, does a lot of drugs. I'm like, yeah, dude, does he? Fucking, I was just looking, so I pegged him right away. I was walking around looking for anybody that did it. I was like, oh, this guy looks like he does it. He's like having a good time. He's dancing with everybody. I was like, hey, bro, you know, anything you need, I got you, bro. Here, hand some out to some of your friends. Have a good time. He's like, you got this all night? He's like, bro, he sold 300 pills for me that night. I was laughing. New York, he's like, yo, we chopped these like 25, 30 out here. I'm like, just give me half, bro. You take the other half. Just sell how many you want. Bro, I left with 2 G's that night. I was like, ha, this is great. Wow. I came here with nothing.
Right.
And now I'm laughing with 2 G's American. New York is just
Booming.
booming. The things that you see people do in New York on ecstasy, oh, man. Like the movie Kids. Like the movie Kids, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
Orgies in the corner, fucking people doing the craziest shit, the most outlandish shit. It's comfort zone on steroids. Times
Silver
a
dollar.
million.
Well, I honestly think like, excuse me, in the '90s it was like still kind of like happening for its first. Like those types of drugs were escalating, and then like people, it's a cat and mouse game always with the cops. You already know. Like they'll just be like, "Oh, where are they now?" And then we'll just go bust that up or this and
Right.
that. You know, but yeah, no, warehouse parties in Miami, and it'd just be nuts. Like it'd be like the movie Kids, full on like it'd be like 27 generators just powering this like crazy ass party. You know what I'm saying? They'll pack up and leave, and it'll be an old airport hangar, and like you just get coordinates.
I mean, what about college parties? Because you were a college kid.
Oh, my God.
Did they do mad ecstasy too?
College parties, yeah,
That's more alcohol.
it was a lot of more alcohol, and then fucking coke. Coke was crazy, but honestly, where I was in college,
Well, it's Miami or Florida too. So I
people
guess,
were
yeah.
doing a lot of yay, a lot of shitty yay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, like what I learned
Hold
in
on,
my
how is it shitty yay when it's the closest?
because like here's the shitty.
Because if that's
Step on
shitty,
it.
that means anything going up is even shittier.
So an OG once told me, he's like, listen, man, you never saw nobody die in the 70s and 80s off coke. He's like, once we started stepping on that shit, that's when people really started dying. So we get to the point where it's a college town. A guy will get his, stuff in, and then he'll just be like, well, I know how much I can make, and they'll pay it, And even if they don't have to step on it, they'll still do it just because, they'll make that shit fucking bang,
Yeah, stretch it out.
And it gets to a point where, yeah, no, it's an interesting dynamic. Like, you'd rather instead of like it being like, I want to give my people the top of top, you know, and then have them fucking hooked for life. Like the mentalities in a college town will always be like numbers. It's because there's always going to be an influx of people coming in with money, and then they're just going to leave right out after they graduate, But then the ones that stay around, like 'cause I went to school in Tampa, Florida, and it's like they call it Suitcase City because a lot of people just end up there. You know what I'm saying? And it's pound for pound, the number one adult entertainment in the world per block.
Oh, wow.
Because it'll have either like a adult bookstore or a bikini bar or a strip club.
Damn.
It's crazy. It's on top of each other.
And that speaks a lot about like their relationship with vices out there, and then literally Miami Vice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the term
crazy.
itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That's nuts.
You could find it there, everywhere,
All the time,
all the
24/7.
time. With the sun,
with the sun.
And the beautiful women.
And the beautiful women.
colors,
Everything.
The vibrance.
This-
Oh, God.
it's nuts.
It's too much. It's too good. Almost to the point where it has to go bad at some point.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
You know, not to be.
Well, thank y'all for coming to the His Brother podcast once again. Thank you so much to PK Herx.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, yo. I enjoyed this shit. But yo, before I go, make sure I just want to let you know. Again, my favorite T-shirt.
Oh shit!
My favorite T-shirt. You know what I'm
Respect.
saying? I got it from that shop. What is it? The shop in Chinatown?
That one store in
Yeah,
Chinatown.
Hold on.
this is my joint right here, bro.
Hold on, here's another like Angels. Angels will still shit.
Okay.
Still shit the Ilbin
But
College
yeah.
joint.
This shirt,
You know?
my favorite shit. Other than the weed breakup one, this is my favorite shit.
Respect.
The shit happens, yo.
Yeah,
yo.
shit happens.
John is a purveyor of ill fucking designed T-shirts with dope slogans.
But yeah, I
and
appreciate
sayings.
you guys having me, man.
No, thank
I
you for
appreciate
coming
it.
on,
We chopped
brother.
it up
Appreciate
really
your
good,
time.
man.
No, man.
Thank
all
you.
the stories, much appreciated. We got some gems.
Yeah.
It's a treasure. So thank
Yeah.
you, man.
We were all crying.
At one point.
Bad
at one
tears,
point-
bro.
At one point. But yeah, that's how my funny bone and tear ducts are
Oh
connected.
fuck! I was crying. This